Blog Talk Radio.
Good evening, everyone. This is me, Jonathan Alexander, and I'm here to host our show, Life After Happiness. My co-host, Kelly, has not called in yet, but I'm sure she will soon. And I have my co-host, Barbara. Are you there, Barbara?
Yes, I'm here. Hi, everybody.
Our guest today is appropriate because it's Meredith Whitney, and she's an animal medium and a psychic. And I just want to say we wanted to have you back on. The rules, we stipulate that we limit everybody to having one question. I can tell you that the reason that we had you back on is because there's been a lot of sadness amongst my friends, involving animals. Okay, it seems to be a trend that bad things are happening, and I'm not going to go into it because I'm not the one to go into it. I'm just saying, Meredith, it seems to be a trend that seems to be something that's been going on. Now, the first person that we have here, now, what was your name again, ma'am? Area code 310?
It's Sherry.
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 Okay, Sherry, Meredith, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Thank you so much, Jonathan, Kelly, and Barbara, for having me on today. It's a pleasure to come back on. Well, you're welcome,
Okay.
and we're very fortunate to have you, especially since you heard before we went on the air the bad news. But Sherry here has called, and we both lost our beloved cat, both on Wednesday, and we're crushed. I'm sure her heart is so broken. I hear it in her voice. And not only that, but she had her cat for 21 years, and I had a cat for 21 years. That's a part of your family, big time. And she has called in, and she's going to ask you her question. But with Sherry, weren't you saying that just out of the blue, your cat, no warning or at all, just passed away?
Well, she all of a sudden had seizures, and the vet got her to the vet in 10 minutes and just had nonstop seizures. And the vet assumed it either must have been a brain tumor or a sudden blood clot or something, but she was her whole normal self all morning. It happened at about 1 p.m., and they gave her the Valium, which was supposed to stop it, and it didn't, and she was brain dead within a half an hour probably. And I held her for another hour before, we could let her go. She probably would have just died anyway, but after an hour we went ahead and gave her the euthanasia. I mean, the seizures just would not quit. I mean, it was, anyway, It was devastating. She was just her normal self. So, I mean, I noticed she'd been like a little tiny bit she had been walking maybe a little bit wobblier the couple of weeks before that, but, she's 21 and she was still doing fine. So, anyway,
that's an amazing thing in itself, but that's really heart-wrenching to see your cat that you just love so much that's never had seizures, and then all of a sudden it just is there in front of you and you feel so hopeless. I mean, I'm sorry that you've had to go through that, and so sorry for your loss. But I'm going to hand you over to Meredith now. Yes.
I'm so sorry for
Meredith,
your loss.
I hope you can help.
And
Sherry.
before we hand over to Meredith, I just want to say, Kelly, my co-host, is here, and as I understand it, she too has had some animal trouble recently. So we'll get to her later. Meredith,
okay.
But let's go with this lady that you introduced. Okay.
I just want to say, Sherry and Barbara, I'm so sorry for both of your losses.
Thank you.
So Sherry, I did hear your story. Can you describe your cat to me and the cat's name?
Yes, her name was Cream. I called her Cream Puff sometime, and it's a funny name, but she had a brother named Peach. They were Peaches and Cream, and anyway, her name was Cream. And, Meredith, I met you when you lived in Dallas shortly at an event, and we are Facebook friends, and anyway, I posted about her recently. It's Sherry Covens, but she was like a medium-haired, she had Siamese markings on her, blue eyes and Siamese markings on her ears and her tail and her feet. And I called her Cream because she used to be, when she was a little baby. She was a feral that was left at my door when she was 2 weeks old with her brother, and she was, she had a lot of Siamese characteristics, but she was more husky when she was growing up and kind of had medium hair, not short hair, and was she was a cream tabby is what it was, and that's why she and her brother were both rejected by their mother, who was a feral cat, because they were very pale, and the mother had 3 dark red kittens, and anyway, so they were rejected. So I was told she was called like a cream tabby, that her name was Cream, and she had 6 toes on her feet and was just a very zen cat and was an amazing, precious gift. And is there anything else I can tell you about her?
Oh my gosh, I do remember you, Sherry, and it's so nice talking to you again. I do remember you when I lived in McKinney, Texas.
Yeah.
We met at immediately. So immediately when you were talking about her, she said specifically, I died from a blood clot. So your vet was right. She said, "Don't worry, Mom. I'm happy here on the other side. I'm okay."
Yeah, the thing that was traumatizing is that, as soon as it happened, I was able to, put her in a carrier, rush to the vet, and she never had to go to the vet until she was 16 the first time, and she always had her exams in the room with me, and because she was on thyroid medication since she was 16, but she, I was devastated because I took her back there, I couldn't be there, I heard her crying, and then finally not, and I never got to tell her goodbye, and my other cats, they had long, drawn-out illnesses the last couple of months of their life, and at least she didn't have to suffer anything, but it just killed me that I didn't get to, hug her and kiss her goodbye because she was brain dead by the time they let me back there. And that was just been the hardest things for me, and I don't even know what I wanted to ask. I just wanted to I don't know. I just wanted to see, I guess, that if she knew I was there and how much I cared and all that good stuff. I don't know.
She did know that you were there. She heard you say goodbye. She just keeps saying, "I'm okay, Mom." She said, "Please don't worry about me." She said that she did not suffer. Once she started having the seizures, her spirit left her body.
Yeah, well, they told me that the seizures aren't painful. That it's just confusing until as long as they're conscious. So. Yeah, I just, I saw the announcement you were doing this today, and I just thought that's just my gift to myself to call in. So,
well, that's a good gift to yourself.
Yeah. I mean, if there's anything, I just want to be sure she didn't suffer, which they told me she didn't, and just how sad I was. I just wanted to know how sad I was. I couldn't say goodbye while she was conscious. So that was hard. That was
she understands. She said she understands. And then I heard very loud and clear that she's coming back. I don't know if you believe in reincarnation.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I heard that very loud and clear. She said, "I'm coming back."
Will Sherry know? Will she?
I'm so sorry, Sherry.
Will she know when her cat comes back?
Yes, she will know.
Okay.
She will know
Good.
by the feeling. She will know by the feeling that she gets. There's a certain thing that Cream did. Excuse me?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I said there's a certain something that Cream did when she was here in the physical, when she was still alive. Like, how some dogs cross their paws? She's showing me her crossing her paws. There's something that she did.
Yeah, she did. She crossed her paws sometimes, too. It was very cute.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, so is she coming back as a cat? Yes. So I just heard that she's coming back as a cat, and that cat or kitten will do that same gesture. And that's when you will know that it's cream.
Aw.
So this means that I'm going to get another cat. Because, I mean, right now I'm so wiped out. I'm thinking, like, I can't have another cat.
No, I understand. Not right now, not in the near future. But she keeps telling me that another cat will come in. She's going to send you. Mommy can't stand when she doesn't have any animals. But is there another cat in the house?
She was the last one of 6. I mean, I had 2, and then I had 4 feral kittens from this mother that a neighbor brought to me. So she's the last one. She's the last one of all my kitties. I had one that died who was 19 a couple years ago, and year before that one who was 17. And actually it was 5 years ago anyway, she's been the last one. I had a lot of cats, not because I planned to be a crazy cat lady, but they came to me and I couldn't find homes for them. And anyway, they were all precious and loved, and they were all gifts. But I did have a lot of cats for many years.
Bless your heart.
Unintentionally.
You're not going to be without an animal for very long.
Yeah, I've been without an animal for 5 days and 38 years. That's basically what I figured out. So yeah, she's actually been my only cat for 6 years. Actually, Rover, my boy kitty, died 6 years ago after he was 19. So she's been the last one. Yeah. I mean, there's feral cats that a neighbor's taking care of, but I don't have any other cats in the house.
Okay, well, Sherry, thank you so much. I think there's other callers on the line. Sherry, it's so good to talk to you.
Well, thank you. And
Sherry.
Again, sorry for your loss.
Thank you. And you too, Sherry. And please stay in touch with us. And we're here for you if you need to talk. Just write to us through our website, and we'll get back to you.
Thank you. And thank you, Meredith. It's nice to talk to you. Thank you.
You're so welcome.
All right.
Wow, Meredith, you made her feel a lot better.
Okay, Barbara, you're up.
Okay. Well, when you say things like that, it gives somebody hope, and that is why, death is so hard, because I just kept thinking, it's so final. Like, I don't know what to do with it because there's nothing to do. It's just, she's gone, But then when you said that, her cat is coming back, that had run through my mind about my cat, and that would be my main, I'm going to mix that question in with, this was like so sudden that I have a lot of the guilt feelings. I could have prevented it by, she just got out. She got out by accident. We didn't, let her roam around. This happened. But you look back and you think, well, gosh, if I just would have secured that screen, because she started opening the screens with her paws. She was very clever, and she got out. She went over the top of the very high fence, and then that was the last time we ever saw her. So, of course, I didn't get to say goodbye either. And I want to know, how is she feeling? With the traumatic thing that happened to her, it breaks my heart. Like, I'm not just brokenhearted, but I'm sick to my stomach as well.
Before you go on, Barbara, you might want to get Priscilla. Is Priscilla around?
She's right here.
Okay, good. I want to make sure that she doesn't miss anything.
She just walked in, Johnny. Thank you. He's always so caring about. So my daughter, she's 12. I got this cat for her 5th birthday, so obviously, we loved that cat. It was the sweetest. Oh, and I forgot to send a picture, but I'll just tell you, she was mostly white with on her back and just like the prettiest markings, the taupe color, which was my favorite, and the pretty green eyes and the sweet little pink nose and the little pink paws, but then she grew big. Like, she was so soft and silky, like feathers would feel, but she had the big belly that you just like to, rub, because she just would lay on her back. Never scratch you, never scratch the furniture. The sweetest cat. She did have a problem.
Okay, say no more, Barbara.
Okay.
You're muddying the water. You're muddying the waters. You're telling me too much.
I know. I was hoping you'd stop me. Okay.
Okay, so what is her name again?
Petal Rose.
Petal Rose. Okay.
Priscilla wants me to tell you, or Kitty. She's my daughter, Priscilla. She's like, or Kitty.
Or Kitty.
We called her Kitty all the time, but doesn't everybody call her cat Kitty?
So right off the bat, she said, I miss the little girl.
Aww.
I miss my friend, my best friend. So Petal Rose shows me she is laying on Priscilla's bed. Did she used to sleep with Priscilla in her bedroom?
All the time, yes.
Yeah, because she's showing me her laying on the bed, and she said Priscilla is her best friend. She said, "Sorry, Mom."
Well, yeah, because it was kind of hurting my feelings, Meredith. It really was.
She said, "Please don't feel guilty, Mom. I had to go. I had to go see what was out there." Now, she was an indoor cat, I feel, most of the time. Is that correct?
Most of the time. Yes.
Okay.
She said she wanted to go
outside. She said she wanted to go outside and go see, what was beyond the house. She said, "I made a terrible mistake. Please tell Mommy I'm sorry." She said, "I didn't mean to die so soon." How old? What? I'm getting she was young.
Well, for me, that's young 6, because my cats live to 18 to 21, like Sherry's do, usually. And I've had cats my whole life. This was just really a shock. I mean, unbelievable. We were just couldn't believe that this has happened. We love that cat so much. And today's the first day that I felt upbeat, where I can laugh and talk about her laughing without crying. Well, I'm starting to get choked up right now, but I mean, it hasn't been that long, though. I mean, I've got to be able to cope, but
so Barbara,
it really tore me up.
I've asked her, I said, several times, I said, "How did you pass? How did you?" She get hit by a car?
No, but it was
okay. Well, there's some animal that keeps telling me, it might be another caller, but there's some animal that keeps telling me, "I got hit by a car. I got hit by a car."
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't, but it was traumatic.
Okay, well, I'm not getting from her, so how did she pass? I can't.
Well,
I'm not getting from her how she passed.
Okay.
Now I'm
she
curious.
Apparently got attacked by a coyote, which was roaming right in front of our front door, all on the tennis courts. I had no idea that even happened in the city. And and then I found out now, and that's what I feel so guilty, Meredith, because I moved here to Huntington Beach, and
Spirit shakes her head yes. That is true. She did get attacked by a coyote, and they do come into the city. We have problems here in Palos Verdes and Torrance area, and even in Redondo Beach area. But I didn't even know though. That she was in the house, and it was stalking her, just waiting for her to come outside, so it could get her.
Yes, I do. I felt that too, because all these cats, the neighbors, they sit up there in the very high railing that it's like it's like all enclosed, and they get up there high, 6 feet high, and you feel like they're safe. But then I heard that they stop.
You're not safe.
No, and they can even jump up now.
Coyotes are getting more and more bold. They attack during the day. They can jump a 6 or 7 foot high fence. So that's why you never ever want to leave, cats outside. Well, some people do. It just depends on the cat and what it wants. Or like small dogs. You never want to leave like a small dog alone in your backyard.
No.
And some cats are smart. Some cats, I do have a cat when I lived in Texas that used to hide underneath my house. He was pretty streetwise, and I told him over and over, you know, stay away from those big dogs. They're not dogs, they're coyotes. So.
Yeah, I've read all about it now. In Huntington Beach, it's really a problem here, and we can't do anything about it except for keep our pets inside. And even on the leash too, the animal control guy told me, even the little dogs, we pick those up more, and they were on the leash with their owner. So we're raising awareness too. We've done a couple of other shows about it, and I've explained all of the stuff that I've read. So that hopefully it won't happen to anybody else. But it's so sad that when you move in here and you pay your pet deposit, that the management doesn't say, we have make sure you watch your animals, even on the balcony, because, you know, there's coyotes roaming through here at night. And now I'm a little nervous even just going to get the delivery guy, you know, pick something up in the middle of the night, because they do attack people. It's rare, but they do.
Yeah, I'm so sorry for your loss, Barbara.
Oh, yes, thank you. It was very traumatic, and they didn't want me to go by her side, but I wanted to just ask you, Merideth, that, I mean, as a human being, as the mom, per se, of this animal, you don't just, like, hear it from the neighbor and then just say, okay, I won't go and look. Oh, you're right. No, you got to go do the right thing. You got to go there. You got to be next to her body, and you have to wait there. And I covered her with a towel until the man got there. And if I wouldn't have done that, I would have felt 10 times more guilty.
I'm seeing her like getting covered with like either a towel or some kind of cloth. Did you cover her?
Yes, I did.
Her body? Yeah, I'm seeing.
Yes.
She said, "Thank you, Mommy, for taking such good care of me." She's very grateful about how you and your daughter took really good care of her.
Mhm. Is she saying anything about, like, she's sorry that she caused this, or me, a lot of, extra time cleaning up, a lot of things. My show hosts know. Everything I say, my daughter's, like, yelling at me that I'm saying the wrong thing. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm just communicating here. If you want to talk to Merideth, then ask her your questions. Or, what more do you want me to say? I want to say, I'm so sorry, Petal Rose, that you were way too sweet and way too pretty to have to go that way. But, you know, you did make a big mistake, and you knew you weren't supposed to go down, and now we can't love you and cuddle you for, I thought, 15 more years. I thought I was going to be able to. So we're very heartbroken. We miss you. We love you so much. And I took this
and
really hard.
And she can hear everything that you're saying. You know, that's what I want to tell your listeners, that when somebody says, I lost my animal, they died, they passed away, you know, I just want to tell your listeners, your animal, yes, they cross right over, but they're still there with you. Whenever you need them, whenever you're sad, they share in your sad times, they share in your happy times, just like they did when they were physically here. Sometimes you might be able to feel them, like walking on your bed. I know I have to look up. I wake up sometimes in the middle of the night because I think it's my cat walking on my bed, and I look over, and he's sleeping on the top of his cat tree. I'm like, okay, who was that? You know?
Wow.
And then I wanted to, maybe it's one of your listeners, but last week, I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday, I was sitting at my desk working on the computer, and out of the corner of my eye, and then I looked, and I saw the spirit of a gray tabby cat, and I asked him, I said, are you alive or are you in spirit? And he said he was in spirit, and I know it was a male. So if anybody out there recently lost a gray tabby cat. He's so, so sweet. He had really pretty green eyes, and I saw him physically with my own two eyes, not in my third eye. Usually I see spirit in my third eye. Only a couple times have I seen spirit physically. So.
Wow. So, wow, trying to get the message through you to the owner, that's really powerful. Well, just the one thing we wanted to know, I really do believe that in reincarnation, especially me, I would love to come back as, a pet, especially if I was the owner, because I sure give them a lot of attention, and I feed them a lot. Priscilla always thought I fed them too much. But does she want to come back, or is she just like, okay, I'm done, I'm really great on the other side, or would she like to come back?
Let me ask her. Oh, she said, I'm done.
I knew it.
She said, I've lived all the lives that I've lived. Now it's time to help from the other side. Well,
Priscilla now is really crying. But you know what? I had talked to, on the show, we had, I don't remember who it was, but they said that Petal Rose, my cat Saffron, who was the 21-year-old, which I was really upset about, sobbing, that was really Saffron in Petal Rose. So if Petal Rose is saying she's done, she's already done the whole life of Saffron, and who knows what life before that, Priscilla. So we're just happy that we got her when we did. And, she did have that anxiety and what she had to go through with coming back as this Petal Rose before we adopted her, the 6 months of hell at the hoarder house. Who knows what she had to go through, but it was something, because she would never get over this pee problem she had. No matter what we did, we were so gentle and patient with her and tried everything we read. And that she did not have a urinary tract infection. We checked her every year for that because it would never stop, the pee. So, why would she want to come back and put herself through, like, hell? She doesn't know if she's going to end up poof right in a hoarder house first, and then how many years is that going to happen? And then she's going to be so upset with that, then she's going to upset her owners because she doesn't really feel like going in her litter box. She'd rather just do it on, like, 5 comforters instead and laundry baskets and everything else. So, I understand, and tell her I understand, and I'm not making light of it, but she knows I'm really funny. And she would get me. I would sit here and talk to her all day, work out of the home, and she was right by my side through thick and thin, good and bad, and she knows what she's done for me. And I just want to say, thank you, Petal Rose. I love you. And Priscilla, what do you want to say? She can't talk. See, we got choked up. Oh, gosh, it's so hard. Oh. Really,
now I know why I was feeling so sad earlier today, and I was like, yeah, I have stuff going on in my life, but now I know why I've been feeling so sad most of the day, because both you and Sherry lost your best friends, both on the same day.
Yeah.
Spirit just shook their head yes.
Wow. Isn't that crazy that here she calls, like even before we even were taking callers, like before we went live, she was just there, and
I've had Spirit riding around in my car all day long. Like,
wow.
Oh, crazy sometimes. When they know that I'm going to be on a talk radio show or that I'm doing readings that day, they'll come in like either a day or two ahead of time, and they're just like, okay, we're just going to hang out until your session.
Wow. And so you are really sensitive, and you're feeling all these feelings. Wow, that is a lot of energy that takes. But I don't want to talk too much, because if there's something that Petal Rose needs to convey via you, through you to us, I'm just going to let it come out. And if there's nothing more, there isn't. But, I could go on and on about how wonderful she is, but I wanted to just make sure you really felt everything that she wanted to say to us.
Yeah, I'm feeling like there's nothing else right now for her to say.
Mhm.
Okay.
She's
right.
not too mushy. She's not like mushy like that. She just, she's pretty strong. Priscilla rolls her eyes at me. Oh, God. Thank you, Meredith.
Is that
Thank you, Barbara.
is that okay
Thank
with
you,
you,
Priscilla.
Barbara? Okay.
Well, yes,
Right,
and
now,
that Meredith is part of our family, and that, I could probably write you an email once in a while, couldn't I, Meredith, if I forget something super important?
Yeah, or Facebook private message. Cause
yeah, and I
Barbara,
followed
you and I are
today
friends on
Twitter.
Facebook.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I followed you today on Twitter too, so that was cool. and Johnny and Kelly, raved about you, so it's so great to
thank
have
you.
Yeah, especially
Okay.
now.
I didn't get to
Now-
say hi to Kelly. Hi, Kelly.
Oh, hi. How are you?
I'm good.
Hi,
I'm
and-
good.
Good.
Now, before we take a caller,
Mm-hmm.
Kelly, I figured Barbara is done with the reading. Are you done with your reading, Barbara?
Yes, thank you, Johnny. Thank you, Meredith.
You're welcome.
Kelly has had some animal problems too, and this is just sort of been amongst, as I said, my friends seem to be having a lot of this going on. Why don't you elaborate on what's going on, Kelly?
Well, before I do, I just wanted to ask if there were any animals that you're picking up on that want to say anything, like that want to speak up. Because
so the female bearded dragon that just had a problem with her jaw, right?
Yeah.
Remember? Yeah, that one. Because I follow you on, we're Facebook friends, so I see your postings about all the different lizards, the bearded dragons that you have, and so forth. She said, my jaw is feeling much better, and my mom is taking really good care of me. Now, is this one of the ones that you want to find a new home for? Are you adopting her out?
Gosh. Oh, gosh, no. I'm keeping her.
You're keeping her. Okay. Good, because she'd rather stay with you than go somewhere else.
Good. No, I'm definitely not adopting her out. She was passed around so much they didn't even know how many places she had been, and I don't want to do that to her. And she's been here for years, and I definitely am not going to shuffle her. So
she likes
she
likes the snake, she said. The one that you took pictures with both of them, was it last week? Yeah, last week, I think.
Oh, that was Mushu. Mushu was with the snake, and the snake, because they would go to the vet together, because he's got a jaw thing too, and he's starting to get better. Oh, yeah, but they all they're all in the same room with the snake, so that's really cool.
Somebody just said, can I have a bigger cage, please? A bigger tank.
Yeah, we're working on that. There are a couple of them that are in smaller ones than they probably should be, but we're working on building bigger ones. And that could be why they want out a lot.
And they want to be a couple of them want to be on the grass more outside.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a little cold now, but yeah. Okay. During the summer, that would work.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think one of them might be pregnant. So, we're switching around some things for that so she can be comfortable in digging nests and things. And that would make sense why there's a couple of boys in smaller tanks that are upset, but they're also checking out the girls. So,
so I'm seeing 4 little babies in one belly. I don't know which lizard it is, but I'm seeing 4 little ones inside a mama's belly.
Oh, that would be
it's a very clear, strong picture.
Oh, good. Yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. It was funny because we think that she ended up making those babies on Karen Page's birthday.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's like, wow. So if she ends up like having them hatch and having a female baby, I'm gonna keep that female and then have a combination between have a combination like Kaylin, so it's like between Karen and my mom's name. Linda. So it'd be Kaylin. Yeah. So that would be cool. Yeah. So that would be awesome. It would be really cool if it was hatched on my mom's birthday, February 1st. So we'll have to see. But, that might be stretching it. But
that's weird because now that you mention it, they do hatch out of eggs, but Spirit showed me them like in a mother's tummy. I guess because I could relate more to that rather than eggs in her belly. That's weird.
Well, they are embryos in an egg in the belly.
Oh, true. Maybe I just didn't see the outline of each egg. Because it's kind of like sometimes the visions that I get are like you see in an X-ray.
Oh, yeah. Well, it would probably not show the outline of the egg very well in an X-ray.
Oh.
And when they lay the egg, I have to take the egg out of the enclosure, dig it up carefully, and then show the flashlight from my cell phone behind it to make sure there's an embryo. And then I see, the embryo, and I mark it so that I have the embryo side up in the incubator.
Very interesting. Thank you, Kelly.
You're welcome. So, yeah, you would just see the embryo part, probably.
Yeah, that's true.
Does that answer your question, Kelly?
Yeah, and if she has unfertilized eggs in there as well, you wouldn't probably even see those in an X-ray. So, yeah. So you said 4?
Yeah, that's the number that I saw.
Super. Then it's not going to be unmanageable because they can have up to 25. But she had she had 5 viable ones. There were 6, but 5 survived last time. So that would be a good number. Thank you. And that did answer everything. Thank you.
All right. Are you done with your reading, Kelly?
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Okay, good. All right. This next lady is Wendy, and I think she called in before because I have her number saved. Are you there, Wendy?
Hi. Thank you very much. Yes, I'm here.
Hi,
Oh,
Wendy.
I recognize your voice. Hi.
Very, very nice to speak to you all. I feel like I'm in pretty good health, and I am 68 and 3 months old, and I am currently employed with a medical insurance company, and I'm trying to wait to start my Social Security because the longer I wait, it goes up around $12.50 a month. So when do you see me starting my Social Security? Will I continue working for at least another year or 18 months, or what do you see?
Okay, Spirit said yes. They said yes, that you'll be working for another year. And that's all I'm getting.
Okay. And
only one question, please.
Okay.
Okay.
Only one question. Jonathan, I just want to put out there right now that I'm not doing psychic reading on the show today. I'm just taking questions, just animal communication and mediumship.
Okay, I wanted to give you a chance to say that. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Lindsay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I my apologies. I knew about the I knew about the one. I've forgotten about the you don't want human questions is what you're saying. Okay, good. All right.
Oh, we do human questions tomorrow on our show. Tomorrow and Thursday.
Yeah.
Human questions.
That's true. Yeah,
animals.
That might be a good thing.
Animals.
If you're waiting to talk to with Meredith and you have a human question, you can call back tomorrow. Karen will be more than happy to take the human question. Okay. So I just want to make sure. My apologies, Meredith. I didn't know that people were gonna ask a human question. So my apologies. Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, Jonathan.
All right. Area code 646. You're on the air.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening.
Hello.
Who's this?
This is Diana. But my question is related to animals, but it's involved with humans. So can I still ask the question?
Okay. It involves animals, but it's a question about humans. Okay, go ahead.
I'm sorry, come again?
Go ahead and ask your question.
Well, I took a course this past weekend with an animal healer practitioner, teacher, and it didn't really go so well in the course. I actually had to leave. It was a 3-day course, and I actually had to leave a little early because of what I was picking up from the teacher. And she's very well known, and I can't say her name obviously, but she's very well known, and she's really good at her trade. And it was an animal healing class where she was teaching us techniques about how to use the field. It was more like therapeutic touch. And so I'm not sure that if the reason I went to the course was just to pick up the techniques, or if it was more of a life lesson for both of us, because I had to leave a day short. Does that make sense? I'm not sure
it makes sense. And Spirit said that yes, you went to the class to learn the techniques, but in the middle of the class, you didn't resonate with her,
right,
or her energy, and that's not saying that she's not a good teacher. She very well may be, but you just. Some teachers, some people that we come across, that we take classes from, we don't always resonate with them. Let me see if I could is there a life lesson here for Diana? They said be patient with your spirit teachers, and your teachers that you take classes from. It may not always resonate with you, but you will always learn something from each and every one of them.
Okay, I see. So I have to be patient with each teacher that comes along.
Yes, but intuitively, before you take a class, you might intuitively ask your spirit team, your spirit guides, your angels, if it's the right teacher for you.
Right.
If you
right,
should
which
work
I didn't
with
do.
them or not work with them. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I understand, and I failed to do that. You're absolutely right. And it's funny because when I was talking to her on the phone, something didn't click, but I
okay,
did it
well, that
anyway.
was your first sign. So
Right.
you didn't get a very good feeling in the very beginning when you talked on the phone with her, but you went ahead and signed up for the class anyway.
Right.
So that was
But
your intuition when you talked to her on the phone that something didn't feel right, but you didn't listen.
Right. Right, but she's very well known and experienced in the field, so I didn't want to miss out on what she had to provide. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like
yes, I understand.
So that's I guess that's a wrong reason either way, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, because I'm thinking of the animals. I'm thinking, let me do what I need to do for the benefit of the animals, and put aside, the teacher's differences.
She is not She is not the only teacher that teaches what she teaches. There are other teachers that might resonate with you. So Spirit says you were not in alignment with her and her teachings. But she did teach you some things.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. She did teach me the core of what was needed. Yes, I did teach
great.
what was needed.
So
yes. And then
it was not all all lost. So
No, it wasn't all lost. It wasn't. But part of me feels guilty because you don't want to just cut a class short because you don't get along with the teacher. But I tried to be very professional through the whole thing, but it just didn't match.
Right. So again, if something doesn't feel good, a job, a person, a relationship, even if you walk into a restaurant and it doesn't feel good, then it's okay to leave. It's okay to leave. You have to listen to what your intuition is telling you, what your body is telling you. And even I'm not perfect. I don't listen to my intuition all the time, and it gets me in trouble.
Right. Okay. I will still continue to take workshops for the animals. So, yes, I will continue to do that.
Please do.
Yes.
Okay,
Perfect.
Diana,
Thank you so much. I appreciate for the support and the reassurance and the confirmation. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. It's my pleasure.
All right. Area code 925 is on the air.
Hi, thank you for taking my call. I do have an animal question. A lot has transpired.
What's your name?
Teresa.
What is your name?
Teresa.
Hi, Teresa.
Hi, thank
Hello.
you for taking my call. Can you hear me?
You're welcome. Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay. A lot has transpired in the last couple of months. A lot has transpired.
Mm-hmm.
So, he was my husband's dog. My husband and I divorced almost a year ago, but we remained close. And he moved out of state, and he left Bruno with me. He's about 12 or 13 now. He's up there in age, and he has arthritis. And my husband passed away July 16th, this July.
I'm really
so Bruno
sorry
seems
to hear
pretty.
That.
Yes, thank you. Bruno seems pretty sad. I know that a lot has transpired. We just moved. We were also forced to move. And I don't know if it's just that he's uncomfortable or he's just sad.
Okay, can you describe what Bruno looks like?
Sure, he's a bull mastiff. And he's like a caramel color. He's a beautiful dog, and he's the sweetest dog I've ever come across.
So he said he misses your husband very much. And he also feels your grief and sadness. He tries to cheer you up. I see him licking, like either licking your face or your husband's face. Tell her it's going to be okay. So Spirit is telling me it's going to be okay. How come I, okay, all day I've been, hearing about a wrestler, like a wrestler, did he like to, like, get down on the floor and wrestle with your dog?
He did, but now his arthritis has really got the best of him, so he's not comfortable.
But he did in the past? Like he did in the
Yes.
past, your husband?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Thank you. And then I'm getting the name Randy.
That's my cousin.
Excuse me?
That's my cousin.
Hello?
That's my
your
cousin. Correct.
Okay. So know that your husband is there with you. I think he's pretty much been with me all day. Okay. Can you just real quickly, I'm not picking up your husband's name.
Leo. It's Leo.
Okay. And I'm getting somebody died of heart failure?
Yes, that's
or
Leo.
passed from the chest. Okay, thank
Yes.
you. He said that you're doing the best that you can to keep moving forward. He said, I know you're sad, but you have to keep moving forward. And our animals, they do get depressed when they lose somebody too.
I know.
Your husband, I feel, was very close with Bruno, your dog.
Yeah. Yes, he was.
They were best buddies. They were best friends.
Yeah.
And your husband is saying, tell her I miss her, but tell her I'm okay. He said he misses wrapping his arms around you and giving you hugs.
Thank you.
And he's showing me
okay with
Bruno laying beside the bed. He said he would try to get up on the bed sometimes, but he was too heavy and too big. He took up practically the whole bed. So would your husband make him lay on the floor next to the bed?
Well, it's funny because before my husband and I got together, he slept in the bed with my husband. But the dog was quite younger, and he would take up the whole bed. But when we got together, we got him a really nice bed, and he slept next to the bed. He still does. He sleeps next to the bed.
Thank you. Thank you, Spirit.
Yeah.
Thank you, Teresa, for that confirmation. And he said, tell her I love her. This has happened I feel like this just happened recently. Like he just, bam, dropped dead on the floor.
Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, in July.
Wow.
I felt it when it happened. I felt it.
I believe you. And he said, he's telling me that he said, think about the good times that we had. He said that you've been working through your grief and your anger. He said, keep doing it. He said, you'll get through this. And he said, he said that he's going to be right by your side. He's talking about a potted plant.
Huh.
Like, did you just buy a potted plant?
No, I've been looking for one.
Oh, he said, get a plant with flowers on it. He said she loves flowers.
Oh. Okay.
And he's blowing kisses. Man, he came too strong. He's blowing you kisses. He said, bye for now, but I'll be back. He said, he said he likes to visit you.
I've asked him to come back to me. Before he passed away, I told him I'd be waiting for him. But I haven't sensed him around me, and I've had other people come back to me.
He's been there. He's been there because of your grief. Sometimes it blocks you from feeling him or seeing him, hearing him. Ask him to come in your dreams, because that is the easiest way for spirit to show up.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
That's all I have for now, Diana. Thank you so much. And I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. The next one is area code 702. You there, ma'am?
Yes, hello.
Hello. And what is your name?
Hi. My name's Ayako. Hi, Meredith. So happy to
Ayako. It's
so happy to talk. Yeah.
Thank you so much for calling, and this makes me so happy.
I'm happy too. I reached out, and I know I talked to you. So we just lost a little fur one, and it was really tragic. And
so
in the sense of things, just want to make sure she's okay.
Yep. She stepped forward really strong, and she just shook her head up and down. Yes. She
Good.
said, "Tell my mom I'm okay."
Good.
And
my mom's listening too.
She wants Grandma, your mom, to know.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Thank you for taking care of her, Grandma.
Yeah.
And she misses what's your other dog? The gray and white one?
The black and white one, Daisy.
Or the black and white one, yeah.
Mhm. That's cute. Yeah, they look they used to
He
sleep
misses
together.
her so much.
Oh,
he misses her.
And
he looked for her after she was gone. Physically, he was looking. Like I get the sense that he was looking for her.
Yeah.
I mean, he knew what had happened, but he still looks for her. And she's with your dad. Your dad is waving, and he's smiling big. He's smiling really big.
Yeah, he loves her. He's up there with a lot of other puppies.
So, just to let the audience know, I can do this for Ayako. So your dad is telling me that something really good and really big is going to happen for you in the next couple weeks.
Good.
Are you? Wow. He said you've been thinking about opening your own shop.
Yes, I'm helping one store open up their shop at the end of the month.
No, he's not talking about somebody else's shop, but and he said, by the way, you do a great job in your job.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. I still see you standing in front of like selling CBD oil. You know what you do. You do well. You will have your own shop someday soon.
Yeah, that's fun.
And he is so proud of you. And I see him giving you a big hug. And so that little dog is with him. Your mom's going to be okay too, but she worries about you.
Yeah.
Tell her not to worry. Your dad's always
Well, she's listening, so you can tell anything right now.
He said all is going to be okay with both of them. Oh, your dad just has the best feeling in the world to me. He is so loving. I can just feel the love.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Gave me a lot of, and I realized that's I really miss from him.
He's still giving you love and support from the other side.
Oh, I know.
He goes for what he said. I go for walks with her. I go to the grocery store with her. He said I'm always with her. He's actually helping you from the other side with your business.
Oh, I don't doubt that. He may not have always understood what I did, but he always supported it.
He understands now. He understands
no, I
now.
know. Yeah, that makes me feel good. Thank you, Meredith.
You're so welcome, sweetie. It's
I
so
really
good to hear your voice.
appreciate you. Thank you. And so, I just wanted to really check on Izzy. I know she's okay, and I know she lived a great life, but it was just,
all I can hear is,
know.
I'm here. That's all I hear. I'm here.
She was like 18. She's
yeah, she was pretty,
like
pretty
a
up
Lhasa
there.
kind of. Yeah.
So sweet.
So she lived a really good life.
Yes, she did. And give your other one a hug for me too.
Daisy, yeah, she misses her. That's for sure.
Yeah.
The other dog is out here too, and he wanted to come out here and talk, or at least be a part of the conversation, because he came out here before I even got on the call.
Oh my goodness.
And the hummingbirds are humming, and that was always Dad's job. So
that's beautiful.
So thank you so much. I really appreciate you. It's so good talking to you, and I'm glad I called in.
You're so welcome. It's so good to hear your voice and feel your energy.
Thank you.
You have beautiful energy.
Thank you. If you ever need anything, you know how to get in touch with me. And beautiful show. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you for calling in.
Okay, the next caller is area code 424.
Hello? Who is it?
What's up? There it is. It's Lisa Marie.
Oh, Lisa Marie. This is one of my my mentorship students.
Hi.
How are you, girl?
Good. I love you. I'm so excited right now to hear you in here. It's so cool. I'm learning a lot, actually.
Thank you.
So I understand you're only taking animal questions.
Animal questions or mediumship questions.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Great.
Okay. Right.
Okay. So I just simply want to know at least just a name or two of somebody of, like, I feel a presence in front of me, like I'm on the other side of the glass and they're looking at everything I'm doing and they're like touching me and stuff like that. And I just want to know who it is because I'm so excited.
Mhm. So immediately I
who is it?
Jeff, like Jeff, or it's a J sounding. Jeff, Jim. While you were talking, that's all that came through. Was Jeff. Tell her it's her spirit guide. One of your spirit guides is like.
He's like in my face all the time or something.
Yeah,
like,
he's in your face. He's funny, but he's kind of obnoxious.
Yeah. His name's Jeff?
Spirit just shook their head, yes.
Jeff. Oh. Okay. Who is he? Though? Like, what is he?
Let me see. hearing that he dates back to the 1800s. He's saying these modern times are different. She has to learn how to speak to us.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we'll go over more of that tomorrow night in class. So fun having you as a student, Lisa.
I have
great.
fun with you, too. I love hearing you on here. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
I'll take that and marinate on it. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Lisa. I'll see you tomorrow night.
Good night.
I have a question for you. Hey.
Yeah.
This is something that you may be able to offer some suggestions on, or maybe help us out with. We do a thing on the show called League of 50, and I don't know if you've heard about it. Have you heard about it before?
What is it called? League of what?
50. What? Being that you're kind of running this. Okay. Being that you're kind of running this, Kelly, and Meredith, being that you deal with animals every day, why don't you, Kelly? Why don't you explain to her what it is that we made? Because you're the animal expert on the show. But
okay. Okay, thank you. What it is we are trying to collect at least one, maybe more, nonprofit organization from each state, so that they can communicate with each other, and maybe one of them has a need that the other one has an ability to fulfill, and they can communicate with each other. Let's say one of them needs something the other one has an excess of, but the other one needs something the other one, they can swap, they can, have volunteers go and help out. Maybe something like a natural disaster happens, and if we have a connection with all of the states, then if there's something like exotic animals that need rescuing, or a natural disaster happens, then we can kind of band together and network and see what we can do. And it's not that the League of 50 in itself is an entity that would be like a nonprofit or anything. It's just a place where nonprofits can gather and communicate with each other, and that would be providing the place to do that. And maybe, other concerned people can go and see what's around in their area, or be able to donate to one, or be able to lend a hand to something. So is that something that you would want to be a part of, or, be kept aware of, or would be able to suggest one?
It sounds like a great idea. Yeah, I'd like to be kept aware of it.
Yeah.
Let me think about it.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But what I was going to say is you have dealt with people on animals on a daily basis, and you probably have seen and interacted with people in various organizations on a daily basis. I mean, not just dogs and cats, but horses, fish, gerbils. You understand what I'm saying?
Wildlife.
You've seen it all.
Yeah, wildlife,
so
animals.
There's a few wildlife. Yeah, there's a few wildlife rescue organizations here in LA, in the Los Angeles area. But yeah, Kelly, keep me aware of it.
Okay.
We can probably talk through a Facebook private message, do a video chat. We could get into it a little bit more.
All right. Yeah, thank you. We're still forming it and, trying to structure and figure this out. But yeah, thank you. I appreciate it because
You're welcome.
It's something I think is important, but we're still developing it.
See, what it does is it allows, like, let's say that there's a lot of an animal, say, in California, okay? But see, there may not be as much as one in Nevada. You cannot actually have a gathering of people that all collect animals because, that would be a lot of trucks, okay? But I mean, like, for instance, like a good example of it is that a few weeks ago, Kelly had a bat get loose in her house. Okay, this story has a happy ending, but the point I'm trying to get at is that there's a lot of people who, when they see this bat, are just going to get the BB gun, right? That's what most people would do, or some people would do. I personally, I'm going to be honest, I'd be afraid of rabies. I would be afraid to go anywhere near it. But the point is that there's an intellectual approach, which is kind of what Kelly did. And, in fact, a lot of people, they wouldn't even name it, but the point is that Kelly took an intellectual approach with dealing with the bat. And actually, we did some research. I called some animal organizations, and they said that some of bats are not venomous bats, they're pollenizations. Actually, I think they pollenize some of the pollen. And or we forget the fact that if you have a roach problem, that a spider may kill all the roaches. So we forget these things. And I guess the point is that if one animal is popular in another state, then that would make sense that you would get the information from the person in that state as opposed to another state. Or where you're at, there may be a certain kind of dog that is just not common in, other states. So this will be a place where people can share and get advice from. Or does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Kelly.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you find that, and I really, really, really try to educate people so they don't do this. People get an animal on them, and they think their 5-year-old's going to take care of it, and when they don't, then, and I really discourage against this, they'll set it free, and that's awful for the animal and it's awful for the ecosystem because, a lot of times it's a climate that they won't survive, and if they do survive, then that's a whole mess of other issues. So, if people don't think ahead, they don't, whatever. So I'm trying to educate so that we don't have people just, buying animals on a whim because, they have feelings too, obviously. And nobody should be buying an animal on an impulse. They should be researching, and if their 5-year-old doesn't take care of it, they should be perfectly happy taking care of this animal, or they shouldn't be getting it, kind of thing. So they should know what they're getting into before they get into it, and hopefully deciding against getting the animal if they don't want to take care of it. So that's kind of like the education that I do so that we can help prevent having the need of rescue and things like that, or abuse and neglect of animals. But, I can't be everywhere all the time. And, but that's why I do what I do. And I make it fun. And I know that some of my animals really enjoy going to like festivals and going to churches and schools and, birthday parties and different things like that, and dressing up in costumes. And I don't take the ones that don't like to go. So it's fun for the ones that do, and they get to educate and have a good time. And so do the kids. But, I'm hoping that by doing this and doing the League of 50 and all that, we can help make the world a better place. for everybody.
And you
Thank
do.
you.
And Kelly, she has such a great feeling. She can just tell, oh, this one likes going to the schools and the events. This one doesn't. Like, and she has 14 bearded dragons. She has the greatest feeling with the animals, I must say. Wow. And with my kitty, she was Meredith. Kelly was working with my kitty with her pee problem, and she was getting better too, and it was really helping.
Oh, that's really, really very nice of you, Kelly. Because I know you're really good with animals too, and you're a natural intuitive with the animals.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I love hearing what you have to say about what my animals are saying because, you know, I'm with them every day, but it's really great to be able to hear an outside perspective on what they're saying because, you know, that it's a really comforting confirmation to make sure, you know, it helps keep it in perspective to make sure it's not, you know, coming from within me, that it's coming from them directly, you know, to just reconfirm what I know.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
But listen, guys, I gotta jump off because I have Monday mini sessions with Meredith tonight. It was supposed to start at 6. So, your listeners can reach me. My website is meridethwhitney.com, meridithwhitney.com. I'm also on Facebook. I have a Facebook fan page. I also have an Instagram. It's NW Animal Communication on Instagram.
Excellent. Thank you.
Well, thank you for having me on tonight. It's always really, really fun when I come on and do the live readings. It's good to hear your voice, Kelly, and you too, Barbara. And thank you, Jonathan, for reaching out and asking me to be on for a third time.
You know, I'm worried. I love Kelly and Barbara, and I don't like the idea that they had this recent rough patch that they went through. So thank you.
And thank you to everybody that called in. Yeah, thank you to everybody that called in. I really appreciate it.
Yes, you really helped all of them so much.
Yeah. Oh, you're so welcome.
Wow, thank you, everyone.
I love my job.
Yeah,
well,
I love all my clients. Event coming up tonight too. So thank you so much. We'll be posting more with your link and all of our social media. And please, Meredith, if you haven't already, follow us on Life, Laughter, Happiness on YouTube. We've got over 200 shows now on YouTube, so people can go pick and choose.
Okay, yeah, I'll go and follow you on YouTube too.
Thank you.
Follow you guys on Instagram too.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Have a
Have a great night.
Have a nice night.
Thank you all. Have a good night.